what we see in these negotiations, as in the previous COPs, that there is a huge resistance from certain countries to collaborate, to work towards concrete action and concrete targets. And we think when talking to these policymakers, it is very critical to point out the positive messages that are out there. It is very crucial to point out that there are tools, that there are policies that have proved success, and that's what the World Future Council is doing. We really look at what have proved successful in certain countries and certain regions, and what are the transferable elements for that, and how can other countries learn from that. And in this debate here at the COP, we see a lot of people talking about, negative targets, inadequate action, political failure of negotiations. So why not turning that around and really look at what has worked in the world, and that there are positive examples for climate mitigation and adaptation.
I understand that the World Future Council believes that we could have a target of 100% renewables. Can you give us some examples of countries which are moving fastest towards that goal and what they might show to others?
Yeah, as I said, there are really encouraging examples worldwide, in Europe, in Australia, in the US, also in the global south, in countries that are just increasing their energy access, like Cape Verde. They're looking really into how can renewable energy be a target or a tool to mitigate climate change, but also to accelerate economic growth in their country, how to generate jobs from renewable energies. So let's look at Denmark, let's look at small island states like the Cook Islands, who also here at the COP announced their 100% renewable energy target. We can look at countries like Iceland, like Scotland, Germany and Austria. There are just so many examples that people can really learn from, and this is only on national level, but if we look at the subnational level, on regional and local communities and municipalities, we can really see that action is already taking place, and that there's a lot of knowledge on the right policy framework on how to achieve that.
So why is there resistance when there's all these great examples that people can follow?
Yeah, well, we at the World Future Council came to the conclusion, together with 9 other international organizations, that we need a robust global campaign on 100% renewable energy to point out that this global movement is actually happening, because people are only relying on information that are rather on the opposite, rather on the negative side. So we came to the conclusion that we need a global, robust campaign advocating 100% renewable energy, visualizing and inspiring people what change is possible and how this is possible. So this global campaign has been launched this year, and we are here at the COP to really, bring other stakeholders on board, because the idea of this campaign is to have it as a multi-stakeholder group. People from science are on board, like Fraunhofer Institute, but also the industry side, like the World Wind Energy Association, the World Bioenergy Association, solar technologies on board, and then the civil society, like the World Future Council, like the Renewables 100 Policy Institute. We have really regional networks like DE-Net in Germany, who really has the competence from the regional level. So it shows that this broad network is already really on board, and we want more organizations to back this and to support this and to make it really a global movement.
Do you think that holding a coal summit at the same time as this meeting, and the presence of coal companies all around this building, indeed sponsoring a number of events, and the COP itself, is one of the sources of resistance to going towards renewables?
Yeah, I mean, the fossil fuel industry has a huge lobby, and we all know that this is kind of the cause for many failures, political failures. Doesn't matter in which country or on which continent you are. It's the same story, and it's not only in Poland that case. So we've seen the same lobby in previous COPs, and we've seen the same lobby in different settings. And what we need is to align the renewable energy advocates and really, build our voice as strong as the other voice is. And it's a huge task, and I'm not saying that this will be done easily. And I see all the challenges that come with that. But if we're not trying, we have lost already. So that's the point of us being here and really aligning the coalition of the willing for 100% renewable energy.